All right, good afternoon. I'm Amber Patterson, the Chief Procurement Officer here at the Town of Barnstable. Today is Wednesday, August 20th, and it is 12:01 p.m. We are here for the bid opening for two different projects. We have the FY26 HYCC ERV1 and ERV2 replacement reissue that has 5 filed subbid categories. And then we also have the FY26 Construct Terminal Apron Hardstands project, which was also a reissue. So in a moment, I'm going to share my screen. I do ask that everyone remain on mute throughout this bid opening. And at the end of the bid opening, I will send out the results to everyone who has pulled the project on Bonfire and is listed as a plan holder. There will also be a copy of this recording put on the government access channel for the Town of Barnstable that will be available to everyone to view. So let me share my screen. Okay, so right now everyone should see that we are in the Town of Barnstable procurement portal. We are here in the FY26 Construct Terminal Apron Hardstands project. Looks like we received 3 submissions for this project. There is a submission from ET&L Corporation received today, August 20th at 11:27 a.m. A bid from JJ Cardosi Inc. received today, August 20th at 11:52 a.m. And a bid from Lawrence Lynch Corp. Received today, August 20th at 10:58 a.m. And so what I'm going to do now is unseal all the documents. And as I select unseal under each of the categories, you'll see there is a date and timestamp. Just a couple more. Okay, and now we'll go back to our submissions. And the first bid we'll open is from ET&L Corporation. So here's their form for general bid. There were no addenda included for this project. And the proposed bid price is $1,545,193.00. That is 1,545,193.00. Just going to write that amount down. The combined certificate for tax compliance, non-collusion, and OSHA is signed and included. Their unit price table is here. Contractor references are here. List of subcontractors is here. List of equipment is here. The proposed contract schedule is included. And I'm going to pull up that 5% bid bond. And the bid bond in the amount of 5% is here. Our next bid is from JJ Cardosi Inc. And the proposed contract price is $990,696. That is 990,696.00. And we'll check to make sure their combined certificate of tax compliance, non-collusion, and OSHA is signed and included. It is here. Their unit price bid table is here. Contractor references are included. List of subcontractors included. List of all equipment is included. The proposed construction schedule is here. And we're going to pull up that bid bond. And the bid bond is here in the amount of 5%. So our last received bid for this project is from Lawrence Lynch Corporation. And the proposed contract price is $1,046,720. And that is 1,460,7020 decimal 00. And the combined certificate for tax compliance, non-collusion, and OSHA is signed and included. The unit price bid table is here. Contractor references is here. List of subcontractors is here. List of all equipment to be used is included. The proposed construction schedule is included. And we'll look at that bid bond. And the bid bond is here in the amount of 5%. So the apparent low bidder for this project is J.J. Cardosi. And all bids are under review. And again, I will send an email out to all plan holders with these bid results. So next we are going to go to the FY26 HYCC ERV1 and ERV2 replacement reissue bid. And the first bid we'll open for that is for the filed subbid category of acoustic tile. Looks like we actually did not receive any submissions for that category. The next category we'll go to is for painting. And there were no bids received for that filed subbid category. All right, the next category I will open is for plumbing. And we received 3 submissions for this category. So we have a bid from Arujo Bros Plumbing and Heating, Inc., received today, August 20th at 9:39 a.m. A bid from Bayside Plumbing and Heating, received August 19th at 12:19 p.m. And a bid from General Air Conditioning and Heating, Inc., received today, August 20th at 10:28 a.m. Now we'll go and unseal the documents. Go back to our submissions. So our first bid from Arujo Bros Plumbing and Heating. And the proposed contract sum is $10,560, 10,560 decimal 00. And alternate 1 is listed at $8,100, 8, comma 100.00. And addendum 1 is acknowledged, and this subbid may be used by any general bidder except Fontaine Bros Inc. Here is that form for combined tax compliance and non-collusion in OSHA. The reference sheet is here. We will pull up that 5% bid bond. It is here in the amount of 5%. And then we are going to check their DCAM update statement is here. That's a confidential document though, so we will not be opening those publicly, but we will make sure that the DCAM certificate of eligibility is included. And it is here for HVAC and plumbing. Our next bid is from Bayside Plumbing and Heating. The proposed contract sum is $18,570, 18,570.00. Alternate 1 is listed at $15,949, 15,949.00. Addendum 1 is acknowledged, and this subbid may be used by any general bidder. It looks like there's actually no exceptions or exclusions for this subbid. And we'll look at that combined certificate of tax compliance, non-collusion, and OSHA. It is here and signed. The reference sheet is here. We will look at that 5% bid bond. It is here in the amount of 5%. Their DCAM update statement is here. We'll pull up that certificate of eligibility. It's included in the category of HVAC and plumbing. And our final bid for this category is from General Air Conditioning and Heating, Inc. The contract sum proposed is $40,000, 40,000.00. Alternate 1 is listed at $25,000. That's 25,000.00. Addendum 1 is acknowledged, and there's no exceptions or exclusions. The combined certificate of tax compliance, non-collusion, and OSHA is included. References are here. Look at the bid bond. It is here in the amount of 5%. The DCAM update statement is here, and we will look at that certificate of eligibility. And that is included for electrical, HVAC, and plumbing. So the next category I'm going to open is going to be for HVAC. And we received 6 submissions for this category. We have a bid from Arujo Bros Plumbing and Heating, Inc. received today, August 20th at 10:22 a.m. A bid from Enterprise Equipment Co. Inc. received today, August 20th at 11:47 a.m. A bid from Finbar Mechanical received today, August 20th at 11:52 a.m. A bid from General Air Conditioning and Heating, Inc. received today, August 20th at 11:35 a.m. A bid from Performance Plumbing received today, August 20th at 11:57 a.m. And a bid from Preferred Contractors, Inc. received today, August 20th at 11:36 a.m. Now I'm going to unseal all the documents. Now, there were a few people who just joined the bid opening, and just so you know, I will send out the bid results for each of the filed subbids and the projects after the bid opening, and there'll also be a recording of this bid opening available on our Town of Barnstable Government Access channel. So our first bid from Arujo Bros Plumbing and Heating. And that is for the contract sum of $730,000. 730,000.000. Alternate 1 is listed at $780,000. 780,000.000. Addendum 1 is not acknowledged, and this subbid may be used by any general bidder except Fontaine Bros, Inc. The combined certificate is included. The reference sheet is here. The bid bond is here in the amount of 5%. Their DCAM update statement is here, and we will look at that certificate of eligibility. And that is here for the category of HVAC and plumbing. The next bid is from Enterprise Equipment Co. And the contract sum is $555,555. 555,555.000. Alternate 1 is $644,644. It is 644,644.000. Addendum 1 is acknowledged, and there's no exceptions. There is one exclusion, though, may only be used by the following general bidders: Enterprise Equipment Co. The combined certificate of tax compliance non-collusion OSHA is included. Reference sheet is here. We'll pull up the bid bond. And the bid bond is here in the amount of 5%. The DCAM update statement is included. We will open their DCAM certificate of eligibility. That is included for the categories of HVAC and plumbing. Our next bid is from Finbar Mechanical. And the proposed contract sum is $444,444,000.000. Alternate 1 is listed at $727,727,000. Addendum 1 is acknowledged, and there are no exceptions or exclusions. The combined certificate is signed and included. The reference sheet is here. We'll open the bid bond. Bid bond is here in the amount of 5%. Their DCAM update statement is here, and we will open their DCAM certificate of eligibility. It's here in the category of HVAC and plumbing. Our next bid is from General Air Conditioning and Heating, Inc. The proposed contract sum is for $507,000, 507,000.00. Alternate 1 is listed at $639,530, 639,530.00. Addendum 1 is acknowledged and there are no exceptions or exclusions. The combined certificate of tax compliance, non-collusion, and OSHA is here and signed. The reference sheet is included. The bid bond is here in the amount of 5%. The DCAM update statement is here, and we will open that DCAM certificate of eligibility. That is included under the categories of electrical, HVAC, and plumbing. Our next bid is from Performance Plumbing. And the proposed contract sum is $694,882, 694,882.00. Alternate 1 is listed at $584,882, 584,882.00. Addendum 1 is acknowledged and there's no exceptions or exclusions. We'll open the combined certificate. It is slowly loading. And it is here and signed. References are here. We'll take a look at the 5% bid bond. It is here in the amount of 5%. The DCAM update statement is here, and we will open that certificate of eligibility. It is here in the category of HVAC and plumbing. All right, so our last one for this category is Preferred Contractors, Inc. And the proposed contract sum is $729,000, 729,000.00. Alternate 1 is $875,000, 875,000.00. Addendum 1 is acknowledged and there are no exceptions or exclusions. Their combined certificate of tax compliance, non-collusion, and OSHA is signed and included. The reference sheet is here. We'll pull up the 5% bid bond. And it is here in the amount of 5%. The DCAM update statement is here, and let's open that DCAM certificate of eligibility. It is here in the category of HVAC. All right, so we're going to move on to our final category for the filed subbids openings, which is electrical. And we have one submission for this category. And we have a bid from American Electrical Construction, Inc., received today, August 20th at 11:11 a.m. Now I will go and quickly unseal all these documents. And we'll go back to our one submission. Okay, and the contract sum is $25,000. That's 25,000.0000. Alternate 1 is listed at $75,000, 75,000.0000. Addendum 1 is acknowledged. This subbid may be used by any general bidder except CTA Construction Managers, LLC, BC Construction Co., Inc., and Northern Contracting Corp. We will pull up their combined certificate. It's here and signed. The reference sheet is here. We will pull up their bid bond. The bid bond is here in the amount of 5%. And their DCAM update statement is here, and we will open their DCAM certificate of eligibility. And that is here. And there's that electrical category. All right, so that concludes today's bid opening. Thank you for everyone for your patience. There was a lot of them today. I will be sending out the results on the procurement portal. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me directly. You can call me or email me. Again, thank you for joining us this afternoon. And all bids are currently under review. Thanks.